is Ben going to have any client that is going to survive this? I only remember him having, 2 patients other than Tate? Tate's already dead, and the one woman committed suicide, and now we've got one guy who's been killed in a home invasion. Okay, now, to be fair, that last one was not really Ben's fault, but that detective's going to get really suspicious of him. How is he ever going to reestablish his practice if this keeps happening? Somebody's going to connect the dots, and you're living in a murder house, your patients are all dying, you're screwed. And it gets even worse for Ben, because now, apparently he's going a little cuckoo, because he's not taking this whole separation thing well. We're seeing a bit of the inner workings of this man's mind, and even when we weren't looking into it, we could see in his face there was something definitely wrong. I don't know if his voice is from the house. I think it's the little voices inside him that were always there to begin with. I also do not think it was the voices in the house, because the voices in the house apparently had him with an infatuation for flames and being naked. You know, nothing ever came of that I remember. It was just sort of be naked, look at a flame. That's actually kind of... That's not the weirdest thing that happened in the series, but it is a really unexplained and bizarre thing. I guess it's because there's no real explanation behind it yet that it's kind of weird. And that's probably the worst that's going on with Ben right now. And we haven't seen Larry Harvey. That doesn't mean we won't. Vivian, really quick, she's scaring nurse attendants. What is that? The sonogram technician? Yeah, she quit her job out of fear, and she's found at a church, she's saying that the devil is in her womb. That's kind of an overreaction, and definitely something you should probably take seriously. What if the attendant goes to Ben for therapy? Oh, that could be fun. Well, in my dark little mind, it would be fun. Anyway, yeah, apparently the description was that the nurse saw the hooves. I do not know what to think about that. I'm also not much for Vivian's diet now, because, I mean, raw pancreas from a pig, I could kind of see that. The brain, though? No. I know it's a delicacy in some regions, but, I do not know how good that actually is for an expecting mother. Then again, I am not a part of this universe. And I am not a qualified doctor. At least for this. And seriously, she started eating that without even asking, like she didn't ask any medical professional about that and just started eating it and ate the whole thing raw? Ugh. Well, either she's giving birth to the Antichrist or she's birthing a zombie goat. That's the only two explanations I can come up with. And the thing is, in this kind of story, either one of those is a possibility. You may laugh and say the goat's not possible, but just look at some of the ghosts they've got there. The man baby and the granny with the sharpened teeth. You know, a zombie goat boy would kind of fit along with that, and maybe make an appearance in the freak show. You know, just sort of setting it up for something in the future. Oh, Violet. Yeah, she... let me get back to Vivian for a moment. Moira and Constance working together to aid in this pregnancy worries me. There's clearly a plan here. And I'm almost wondering if they are trying to give birth to the Antichrist as a form of trade. They help birth the unclean one. In exchange, all the spirits trapped in the house are released. It wouldn't work, but then again, it is what it is. Okay, Violet. Yeah, she has had a lot of information thrown at her very quickly. I don't blame her freaking out. I am kind of wondering where that pool is that everyone's skateboarding in. It seems to always have those Christmas tree lights on, always has people skateboarding, and always has that one girl wearing the same clothes, or at least the same hat, every time she shows up there. Let's see. Yeah, we learned... In the opening scenes, we learned what happened at Westfield. We saw what happened, we saw the aftermath, that sort of thing. It definitely shows that there's something very wrong with Tate. Not that we didn't know that to begin with. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Violet is the one I'm really concerned about, because her attempting suicide shows that this house has really bore down on her very hard. And I really can't blame her for going off the deep end when she goes into the basement and finds all of those spirits all at once and is just hit with that. And then the emotional toll of Tate being in love with her. That was too much to take in all at once. And I am glad that Tate saved her life. I just don't know what's going to happen to her in the future. And this whole idea of her being a medium or being chosen or whatnot, just as we're getting answers, I'm getting all kinds of different questions. I don't know what's going to happen with her. I don't know what's going to happen with her and Tate. They're the ones I'm concerned about. The baby is an ongoing concern, but really it's Violet that I'm worried the most for, because she's the one I'm rooting for. I want her to get through this and really survive everything that's going on there. And there's so many questions left right now. Like I said, every time a question is answered, another question just shows up. Only it feels like we're getting more questions than we are answers, and every time another answer comes up, even more questions come out. I'm hoping there will be some kind of closure to all this that makes sense. I'm hoping it's that well written that all of this can be answered. But it's concerning to me looking at where it is right now, because at this point I'm seeing that we had a really great escalation and huge payoff in the Halloween episode. Now I'm wondering what they're doing now. And I see that they're setting up for another big event or series of events. I just don't know where this is all ending up. Because now that we've got the whole Antichrist thing that's being talked about, I'm wondering if this is getting too big for itself. Sometimes when you get something that's really good, you go too far with it. It becomes too big, and it used to be very concentrated in what it was doing. And it never really showed any signs of being bigger than what was going on in that house, or even in the town. But now, when you bring the devil into this, it's a whole other story. So, I don't know what's really going on. I'll have to find out for sure. But, yeah, let's see where this rabbit hole leads, because, damn.